By the way, President Trump had a very extensive interview today with Maria Bartiromo on the Fox Business Network, the Money Honey. And it's actually quite fascinating. We have some sound bites I will get into in the beginning of the next hour. Now it's to the phones. It's a Joe in Bridgeton, New Jersey, as we kick it off. Joe, thank you for calling. Great to have you here. What's up?
Wow, Rush, it's an honor. You're the best teacher ever. Rush, my question was this, Rush.
Yes.
What made him pick that fella? Well, did he draw the short straw out in the lobby, or do you think they had information? Did they look up his information?
I don't have any idea. You know, it's a good question. All we've been told, unless there's something I've been, I have to tell you, I'll be very honest with you, I have not immersed myself in the deep down details of this story. I know that there were 4 people chosen at random. I don't know what random means.
Right.
With United Airlines. I don't know if they picked numbers out of a hat, if they went to a seating chart, put their fingers on seat numbers. I don't know if they actually knew passenger names when they did this. I have no idea. Does anybody else know? Have you guys read this story? You do know how they picked them?
No, but that's what concerns me. I mean, it just, were they doing a background check?
It was a random computer. I've just been told, Joe, that it was random computer. There were no humans involved in choosing the 4 passengers to be thrown off and beat up.
There we go. Okay, very good. I guess that's good news.
Well, what were you thinking happened?
I was thinking they might have, not that this is a bad thing in certain circumstances, but I think they might have profiled and said, nope, this guy, he might be shaky on a flight. If somebody's got to go, let's get him.
Well, let me tell you, the guy would have been shaky on the flight. That's one thing that was uncovered here. This is why normally this kind of thing, the procedure for bumping people off flights, happens before everybody boards. It happens in the gate area. Once they put you on the plane, I've been asking people if they've ever been bumped or seen anybody bumped after everybody's been seated, after the plane's been boarded. And I haven't found anybody yet who can remember that happening, either to them or having witnessed it on a plane they were flying. So that's number one. This story has multiple levels of mystery and intrigue. Like, how did the guy get beat? When he snuck back on the plane, he was already bloodied up. And then he got even further bloodied up when they dragged him out after he had snuck back in there. They dragged him out, and parts of his, face were banging off the legs of the seats as they dragged him out of there. As I say, United needs to change the fine print, on the tickets, the contract, to include the fact that if they randomly seek to oust you from a plane after you've been seated, that you could get beat up if you refuse to leave. And if that happens, and if you bought the ticket under those pretexts, then you have no course of action. This guy's got 2 sets of lawyers now. This, folks, he's lawyered up like you can't believe, understandably. This is going to be a huge settlement. It's not going to ever go to trial. They don't want this becoming a class. They don't want people out of the woodwork. Oh, yeah, you know what happened to me back in 1999? I was on a United flight. They don't want any of that. In fact, I'm surprised some ambulance chaser lawyer hasn't found a bunch of people to whom United beat up, or claims that United beat up. It's something like this. It just starts boomerang, and the plaintiff's bar goes nuts. This could be approaching the tobacco settlement if they're not careful. But this guy's got 2 sets of lawyers. He's lawyered up. And I'm telling you this, too. What we've learned about the guy, here's what, and it should not matter. This is the thing. Some people, they chose the right guy. Look at this reprobate. If they're going to pick somebody off the plane, pick him. Folks, it doesn't matter. Nothing this guy did justified him being treated this way. He paid the price. He completed the deal. He got on the plane. They let him on the plane. Okay, so he gives OxyContin to gay guys to hook them on the drug to keep them coming back to him for gay sex. Now, you laugh. They're in there laughing. I'm telling you, in our culture today, this guy is going to be fascinating. There'll be movies written about this guy. Movies made. This is a kind of character that not even writers could come up with. Real life outdoing fiction each and every time. And that's just one aspect of the guy. He lost his medical license, yet he had to get on that plane to go treat patients the next day who were waiting how to get his medical license back with everything else we know. There's enough cultural degradation that people like this are gigantic curiosity figures and will automatically gain a lot of public sentiment and support because of what happened to the guy. Here is, in other words, what kind of behavior would we do not know that we would have to learn about this guy before people would think, you know what, this guy deserved to get beat up. And I'm going to tell you, that's a high bar. Okay. All right, okay. Snerdley is offering, okay, if it's learned that the guy is cruel to animals, he's going to lose some sympathy. True. If he has, like, punched his wife and dragged her out of an elevator in a New Jersey casino, that might cause him some problems. If they find out he's pro-choice, he might lose some sympathy. If they find out that he was at one time an illegal immigrant, that might redound to his favor. I mean, there's any number. The way our culture is and the way people go about examining the worth of individuals. And you know as well as I do that much of it is based on how much victimization have they suffered, how much suffering have they endured at the hands of evil majorities. So we're just at the beginning of this story. I wish I had time to get this next call in, but I don't. We've got a guy from Durham, North Carolina, wants to talk about Spicer and his comments. Yes, he's agreeing with me that everybody knew what Spicer was saying or was trying to say. But I have to take a break. The next segment, I'm going to get into some of these Trump sound bites, the interview with Maria Bartiromo, because it's all about his agenda, how he's going to go about getting health care passed, tax reform passed, how he's working with Congress. You'll, I think, be interested if you didn't see it. Back here in just a second. I got a little suggestion for the People Crisis PR operation, United Airlines. Find out if this guy voted for Trump. If Dr. David Dow voted for Trump, you might have an avenue here to mitigate some of what happened.